Hi everybody, Gary Williams again here, reaching out, as I am trying to do every day, to people in the artistic community to see really how we're all coping with this coronavirus situation. And the fella you can see there to my side is Glenn Macnamara. Welcome, Glenn. How are you doing?
I'm very well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks
you are basically, I mean, you're looking on this sort of very stark background because you are basically on set, aren't you?
But yeah, essentially, yeah. If you can say that.
I wish we could zoom out a little bit and see the mess of your flat.
I could, but it would be, yeah.
It would spoil it. It would spoil it.
It would spoil the illusion, but also it would show that yeah. Well, obviously there's been no cleaner in for quite a while, and two guys living in the flat together. It's yeah.
So we're going to come back to why you've got a set in your flat in a second. Tell me where you are for a start. I mean, I'm not sure, because originally from Scotland. Are you there now?
No, I'm not. No, so I'm isolating in London, as obviously millions of us are. But no, I live in London now. So I've moved away from Scotland many years ago now. So, but my family are all in Scotland, and all in different parts of Scotland as well, which is obviously making this quarantine or lockdown, whatever you want to call it, quite difficult.
Have you noticed, talking to your family in Scotland, are things being done differently there as far as lockdown, as far as what the government's doing? Are you comparing notes, or does it seem pretty much the same?
No, it's pretty much the same. Everybody has a very common sense view towards it. There will be, a minority of silly people that want to kind of push the boundaries or break the rules or go against the grain, but that's been sorted as we're led to believe. So no, that's exactly the same as I would expect. There's certain things that day-to-day things are slightly different, certain policing things or certain fine things or things that are just, but they're happening day-to-day, and it's new for everyone, so it's going to take a little while to get used to.
Do you feel that your parents, for example, or your grandparents, if they're still alive, do you think that they get it? Do you think that they appreciate how serious it is?
Yeah, my mum said something quite smart. She said, well, our parents were asked to mind the trenches, but we're only being asked to mind the sofas. So, that's very positive.
But in a way, right now, it is as important, right? A friend of mine just said, to me that, it's all right having the blitz spirit, but in this case, the blitz spirit means staying at home, staying out of danger, staying out of the way, so that you don't end up clogging up the resources of the NHS.
Of course, and I also think that's quite important to have that wartime mentality where we all get together, albeit metaphorically or electronically, where we can feel that we're doing something, and that is our doing something. So that's where we've been asked to stand by the sofas or the televisions, or or another way to look at it would be, let's have an extended summer holiday where you're not allowed to go outside of the boundaries of your estate, as my mum calls it, and she means a wee back garden. But it's that kind of, it's an attitude thing rather than a feeling that we're all doing it, so that we're all proud of it and we're all been able to look after our NHS based on that.
We just had a little brief headshot of you there while your signal went. You look very handsome in your headshot. A friend of mine sent me a video today, which is very pertinent to this. I will try and post it underneath this video on Facebook. There's loads of funny things being passed around, but the one that she sent me is very pertinent to what we've just been talking about. So, I've been asking people throughout, the horrors of all of this, and it is pretty horrific, if they're managing to find any positives through it. And I wanted to talk to you because you are doing the most amazingly positive thing. Tell us the thing of which I am talking about.
Hence the backdrop, I guess.
Yes.
It's a little bit of nonsense. I was inspired, I guess, by the Italians singing over balconies, and as so many people were, inspired to do something that, if we've all been left with absolutely nothing, then well, what do we have? Well, we've got ourselves, and we've got, whether it be banging a drum around a campfire, or whether, it's music that makes us do these things or makes us feel connected in some way. And I've got time, and I've got a voice, I've got talent. So I might as well be able to do something with that and offer that up in a charitable way to try and and with the likes of Facebook Live and with the likes of YouTube and the internet and all that kind of stuff, where you can actually connect to people in a real-time basis. A friend of mine said, quite a important jazz person friend of mine said to me, well, why wouldn't people just watch Sinatra videos on YouTube? Why would they tune into you? And I think the difference is that the interactivity, that being able to connect with somebody right there and then have them connect with that person that you're trying to convey that message to, is really different.
Which is actually something which we don't get when we watch even regular TV. And in fact, it's something we don't even get if we see you or a performer live in concert, because, so we should explain. So you are doing this thing live at 5.
Yeah, so I came up with an idea. I thought, if I can do something that's consistent and do it every single day, then nobody, and if they miss it, they can catch up with it, they can see it, you know, and that way, and it's a 30-minute show with me and a camera, and that's, you know, and requests and songs, and it's a 30-minute big band swing-based show, based on my time in the Rat Pack show, and based on my time as a guest entertainer with swing, with my own show and Frank Sinatra and Friends, and various different kind of things like that. So, but people, as I say, get to write in as I'm singing, essentially, and sometimes you're kind of going, oh, okay, yeah, right, okay, I'll do that next, and that's quite a nice thing. You can relay in real time messages or the responses, or some people, you know, quite like to heckle, which is
sending rude emojis, sending like a tomato emoji.
Well, Neil Gordon, a friend of ours,
mutual friend of ours, another singer.
Yeah, he's a lovely fella, and he was on yesterday, and he was saying that his son was asking if I was a better singer than Neil was, and Neil and I were in the Rat Pack together. Yeah. And you were with Neil as well.
Neil, yeah.
Anyway, and Neil said, "No, I'm the king of the swingers," and that came up whilst I was singing, and little things like that. It's just a joy to do, and it's just a little 30-minute thing. And yes, it's nice. It's a nice thing to do.
About it, you're right. Is that you are doing it live? So at 5 o'clock, anybody, anywhere in the world, go to your Facebook page and see. You're just sitting there as you are now. You're dressed smart, and you're basically doing a gig. Just for, you're not asking for any money. You're just doing it because you love to sing. And it's really getting traction, isn't it? You're getting a lot of followers, more and more all the time. You're getting some interest from the press. It's really something that captured the imagination of a lot of people.
There was something for me in it. A dear friend of mine had mentioned that her 95-year-old Nana was going to be isolating for 12 weeks, and she was really worried about what was going to happen to her, not just with her. You know, she's a very strong-willed 95-year-old woman, I might add, but with all the will in the world, there has to be a difficulty in boredom or loneliness, or, you know, these kind of things. And I thought, if I can just do something, and even just to feel that you're doing something, I think that's most of the country certainly feels that. You know, it only goes to show that the NHS, the volunteers that signed up in, you know, record time, and more volunteers than they needed, so, you know, so to speak. It shows that people desire to help, and they desire to feel useful and feel involved. And this is my very small way to do that. And although I enjoy it so much, and it's a lot of fun, it's just a little thing. It's just.
I mean, the joy that you have for it is completely evident as you're doing it. I mean, it's clear that you love to sing. Honestly, I've seen what you've been doing. I think, and people will know that I'm a fan of yours anyway, but it's so good. You sound great. I don't know how you've got it to look and sound so good over, you know, a crappy little camera, and you know, the internet's not. I mean, it comes over so great.
Thank you very much.
And the fact that, you know, a lot of us performers, we think, oh, we should do that, we should do that. Most of us never do it because we're never get around to it. You're doing it, and you're doing it super well. I'm so impressed, and a really huge congratulations to you.
That's very kind. Try if you will, like anything, and you know, you certainly taught me over the years that if you're going to do something, do it properly. And I mean, you know, without spoiling the surprise, it's a little bit of black curtain and a little light and a stool, and it's a laptop on a music stand. It couldn't be more cheap and cheerful, and yet charming, and yet, you know, and my flatmate God bless him, he's let me take over a little corner of our living room to create this little
So there's
space.
no
And
chance of him sort of walking past in his underpants with a bowl of cereal as you...
we're not yet, but give it time.
The ratings might go up or down, who knows? Are you going to run out of songs? Because, I mean, are you literally practicing this every day? For how long? I mean, there's only so many songs in the world.
That's true. Brand new show every day. And yes, you're right. There are also 1,000 different arrangements of all the types of songs that we do. So although there are some repetition, I guess there's an arrangement. For example, an arrangement that I know that you're a fan of, certainly, is the Barry Manilow "Come Dance, Come Fly."
Oh yes.
Medley. So things like that are maybe killing two birds with one stone, but there's always something new.
These songs are all great, so it really doesn't matter if people are hearing some of the same songs 2 or 3 times a week. They're great songs. People aren't going to get bored of them, are they?
Well, no, but also you have to respect the request, and somebody will write in. There was a dear young lady, I say with fondness, that had written in to request My Way, and she'd written it 3 or 4 days in a row. And so we did a request show where everybody got a chance to do all the. So there wasn't a particular theme to the show; it was just all the songs that everybody had been asking for, and that's quite a nice thing to do as well. So there's always moments to.
Where is this? What is your Facebook address? I'm going to put this on the bottom of the screen now.
Yeah, thank you. So it's live at 5 on my page at Glenn Macnamara Singer. Or if you go to facebook.com/Glenn Macnamara Singer, and you'll find it there. So you don't have to be a member of Facebook or anything like that. You can just go on any web browser and type in facebook.com/Glenn Macnamara, all one word. You'll see the spelling of that.
Glenn Macnamara, that's it. Just facebook.com/Glenn Macnamara.
Glenn Macnamara Singer.
Glenn Macnamara Singer. And we will find you live at 5 every day for as long as this goes on.
For as long as it goes on, why not? I mean, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same position. We're all scratching and saving to try and make ends meet. And in amongst all of that, it's just nice to have a little bit of escapism or light relief, and we're sharing stories and sharing little gags and little jokes and things like that. So it's really good.
I think you when all of this is over, you are going to end up with a lot more fans than you first started, and well deserved.
Well, that's very kind to say, but I think the most important part for me is that the more people that hear it, and the more people that can escape for 30 minutes. That's the best part of it. Is that if people see it, it's not for me, it's for them. So that's the.
Oh, you're so nice.
Oh no, but I don't want that to sound hokey or corny or cheesy, but that's the fundamental of it. It's
really great. It's really great what you're doing, and best of luck with it. And I myself will be tuning in live at 5 every day to have a look. Thank you so much. Best of luck with it. It's a great, happy story to come out of all this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gary. Thanks for having me.